Hi, welcome to today's video where we will be talking about personal loans and the cost to you. Personal loans is a form of an unsecured loan. In South Africa, we hear this term a lot. So basically, what does this mean? An unsecured loan is where there's no collateral, where there is nothing that the bank can take back when you don't pay back the money. Unlike when you have taken out home financing or when you have taken out car financing. So then they have something tangible that they can take back when you default on your payments. But with a personal loan, the only thing they have is your word that you can take back, and then also your credit worthiness for that specific period when you apply for the loan, which means the risk to the bank it's so much higher because they are lending you money with the trust and the belief that you will be able to pay back the money based on the information that you have provided to them. But what is the cost of an unsecured loan or a personal loan? Have you stopped to think what the cost is at the end of the day to you? Because look, banks are in business. Anyone who is lending your money, they are in the business of making money by lending you money and then you paying them back more money than what you have borrowed. That's basically the concept. I went to the website of Capitec because I was looking for a simple explanation of how much it costs when you borrow money from the bank. And the most simplified and clear explanation I found on the website of Capitec Bank in South Africa, which is one of the biggest banks in our country. The example they used was for 100,000 Rand personal loan. And I mean, wow, when you qualify for 100,000 Rand, you're like, yay, jackpot. You've qualified for the loan, you are excited, and now the money is yours to go and spend on what you've borrowed the money for. So, again, what is the cost to you? There are three things that the bank consider when they want to lend you money. It is the loan amount, it is the interest, and the period of the loan. So these three things will then determine the other things to follow. So the example that they've used, it's an amount of 100,000 Rand with 21% interest and then over a period of 5 years. That's the example. So except for the interest, there are four different fees that you would have to pay that will be added onto the loan amount, which is the 100,000 plus 21% of the 100,000. Just to explain how that works, if my interest rate is 21%, and you come and you borrow 100 Rand from me, and I tell you, okay, I'll give you the 100 Rand, but I expect 21% interest back, or I charge 21% interest. That means that I give you 100 Rand. Then you must give me 121 Rand back. 21% basically means for every 100 Rand that you borrow, you must pay an extra 21 Rand to the 100 Rand. That's interest in a nutshell and how it works. So you have your interest. You also then have your initiation fee. That is a once-off fee that you pay. It gets added onto the interest and the loan amount. Then they add the initiation fee. You only pay it once when you enter the credit agreement. It's a once-off fee that they charge once. Then you have the service fee. The service fee, it's a monthly fee. So every month you pay extra with your installment. The service fee is included in your monthly repayment. Then you get your credit insurance. That is to cover you when you get retrenched and you can no longer pay back the loan, or you can no longer pay the loan for a specific period. So next time when you do apply for credit, even if it's if you buy something on hire purchase, if you whatever it is that you buy on credit, ask about the credit insurance. Be sure, because not everyone includes this when you take out a loan or when you enter a credit agreement. Then there's another fee, it's the fourth one. It's called the collection fee. So when we hear collection in South Africa, we think of debt collectors who call you when you cannot pay your debts. The debt collectors who bug you and who traumatize you when you can no longer pay your debt. This is not it. This is a different collection fee. Remember, when you take out the loan, you have an outstanding balance. That balance decreases every time you make a payment. So the collection fee is the fee on the outstanding balance, not the one that you can't pay when you run into trouble. But it's part of the fees that when you are in good standing, that the bank still charges you. In a nutshell, initiation fee, service fee, collection fee, and credit insurance. Those four fees plus your interest gets added to the 100,000 Rand. So now you have your money, things are well, and you know you are in a safe and secure and stable job that you will work until you are an old person with a cane. So there's no possibility of you losing your job at the moment. You are one of the fortunate few. And you managed to pay the loan off within the 5-year period. There was no hassles. You made your repayments every month, and now it is the last payment. How much have you paid within the 5 years? When you pay exactly 5 years, your repayment amount is exactly 192,376 Rand. That is what you pay back. You have borrowed 100,000 Rand, and now after 5 years, you have paid back that 100,000 Rand plus the 92,000 Rand and 376. But now, things are even better for you. You are financially stable, you are secure, you have no financial issues, and you manage to pay back extra every month. That's one of the keys to debt. One of the keys to reduce your debt is if you can pay extra on top of your installment. So now, again, you are one of the fortunate ones. You manage to pay extra every month. And by paying extra, you reduce the loan period. You don't have to wait until 5 years before you are done paying this loan off. Before 5 years are over, wow, you have finished paying this loan. It's paid up. You are debt-free. You don't owe Capitec anything anymore. How much have you paid? You have paid back. You borrowed 100,000 Rand. You paid it back before the 5-year period. You have paid back 174,000 Rand 579. which means the bank gave you 100,000. On top of that 100,000, you also paid back 74,579 rand. That's the cost of debt. Now, worst case scenario. Suddenly your company closed down, or you are hit with a financial crisis. Anything that could go wrong, it happened, which means you don't have the money now to pay back the loan. You don't have any extra cash. Things are falling apart. How much do you have to pay back? This is now how the scenario changed. When you pay back longer than 5 years, your loan amount, the amount that you have to pay back to the bank, it's 204,270 cents. I will say that again. 204,270 cents. The bank gave you 100,000 rand. The 100,000 rand, it's spent, it's gone. You don't even remember what you have spent it on. But now, things go wrong. And the thing with life, anything could happen. Anything. So now, you realize that you are not able to pay back this loan within 5 years. You need more time to sort out your finances. The loan amount comes to 204,270 rand, which means on top of the 100 rand, you've paid back the bank 104,270 cents. Your interest alone, it's 99,380. That's just interest. That is what you pay back the bank when you struggle to pay back a 5-year loan of 100,000 rand. On top of the interest, remember initially when you took out the loan of 100,000, they added 4 charges. On top of those 4 charges, because now you can't pay back the money, you don't have the money. The bank adds another charge, which is called defaulting charges, because you can't pay back the money. So it is wonderful when you qualify for a loan. It's an amazing feeling when you walk into the bank and you are worthy enough, you are credit worthy, and everything is just right, and you get your money. You know how great it is when your notification pops and that money is in your account. But before you take the step to go and borrow the money, make sure that you can afford it. Life is unpredictable. Things happen. Things change. So make sure that when you borrow the money, it's not for something that you won't get a return on investment. You don't borrow money to start a business unless you have existing clients and you have been doing this thing for a while and you need the money to grow your business, not to start your business, and you have already done your calculations. Then this money can be heaven sent. If your child needs to go to university and you need a certain amount of money to secure at least that space, your child qualifies, and you know this child of yours takes his or her studies seriously, and this education that you are paying for will advance your child's life. It becomes an investment because you are developing your child. They are studying for something that will improve your life. Then this money, it's heaven sent. But if you go and borrow this money because you want to go on holiday, you want to throw a fabulous party, you want to impress people, you are busy digging a big hole for yourself. Money is wonderful. It's wonderful to have it and to spend it. But the secret of money is when you go and you need to borrow money, ask yourself, is there a way to grow this money, to make it more, to increase it so that I can pay back the money to the bank based on from other money that I've made? If the answer is no, don't take the money. Don't, because then you might just struggle to pay back the money and you don't want to be in that situation. But thank you so much for watching and let me know what you thought of this video. Please, I would like it and it would make me happy if you can like and subscribe. Leave a comment below to let me know what you think.